Alright, so thrift and easy ways to travel. This may sound like a broken record, but many people's suitcases look like this. You just have everything and stuff it all in there and think, hey, how am I going to get it to fit? How do those other people on YouTube or family friends pack and everything looks so neat and organized? Well, I'm going to cover some of that stuff today. But first things first, I love planning. Planning is one of my favorite things to do. I have almost every trip I plan to take pre-planned. First thing you can do is get a cute little binder. They have mini binders at Walmart for like $1.50, and you can sit there and make it unique and cute like the one I have here. I found these lovely minis, what are those thingies called? Dividers, there we go. Dividers for another $1.50 in the clearance section at Walmart. And the filler paper for another $3. Now with this one, I went ahead and wrote down in more depth some budget ideas and things like that for my up and coming trip. I also went ahead and put shopping lists, grocery shopping lists for my up and coming trip as well. And then I put a little subsection in there for my travel itinerary to kind of start writing what I want to do, plan to do, and then further budget what exactly I need money for and need to pay for. I also put a little section for confirmations, contact info, like serious emergency estimates, Airbnbs that I'm kind of thinking and budgeting for to see which ones I prefer. The best thing about creating your own travel binder is you can make it to involve or include your requirements. Like for me, I'm big on budgeting and making sure I have enough money for everything I want to do or need to do. So most of my tabs in any travel binder I make has budget, plan, shopping, with all pricing and stuff like that. Another thing you could do is have a little savings portion where you can put that, or even a list on places you want to go, so you can either keep track of the amount you're saving and keep track of the list of places you actually want to go. I'll get more detail about how you can include the places you want to go later in this video actually. But that's something else you can include in your travel binder. This, what I'm showing you, is not in my travel binder. This is in my bullet journal. Yes, I do bullet journaling as well. But these are cute little things that you can add to your travel binder as well, like a cute little map to keep track of the places you've been to. I really like that idea. I probably will include it in my travel binder later. Brainstorms of trips that you may want to take next year, this year, later in the year, or in 2 years from now, or 5 years from now. I love brainstorming because sometimes I'll be watching TV, especially during the summer, which is when they love to put those little cute commercials of destinations you can explore. But if I see a place, I'm like, I wonder how much that costs. I'll sit there and get my bullet journal or my travel binder out and start writing down ideas. Another thing you could do is another tracking of savings. This big old book you're looking at right now is my travel journal. That's another thing you can make that can help you make your travel experiences easier and to keep track of trips that you want to take eventually. This one is more mementos driven. It has budgeting and ideas in it, but it's more of keepsakey because after I take a trip, I go back and put little pictures and mementos that I save from each trip. But like I said, it does include research ideas. It does include percentages and how much this trip costs and how much that trip costs in regards to budgets. This is one I did for DC where I actually included a calendar itinerary on top of budget, on top of my packing list. And then I went back and included pictures and mementos and fun things like that. But if I remember correctly, this travel journal has about 20 trips already pre-planned, pre-budgeted, and as you can see, decorated. and ready to go. I did a lot of research on attractions that interested me. Of course, whenever you make a travel journal, it's geared towards you. Now, whenever you take the trip, depending on who you travel with, it may be tweaked a little bit. But again, that's up to you and the kind of person you are and the group you're going with. My awesome travel buddy, she's up for whatever I'm up to. And politely, I always ask her, or I always share with her the things I have planned, the things I want to do. But I also try to get input on things that she might be interested in. But then again, my travel buddy's my best friend, so I already kind of know the things she's interested in. So I try to go ahead and plan that whenever I plan the trips for us. But another big question that people always think of, do I need a checked-in bag or do I need a carry-on bag? This is a big argument for me and my best friend as well. She always checks in a bag or two. I always take a carry-on. One carry-on. I've been on trips with her where she took 2 check bags and I took a carry-on. Same amount of time we were there. That's my carry-on bag, and that's my check-in bag. I do not like big suitcases because I feel like you end up taking more than you need, and that's a waste of space, a waste of strength, a waste of energy. But it just depends on who you are. Like, she had a huge suitcase and barely had anything in it. I had a carry-on bag. Mine was full. Just depends on the person, to be honest. Another thing to remember is booking it or you'll lose it. Some people say, oh, I want to wait last minute because, I may get a better deal. I always say research, plan ahead, book it. I always book about 5 to 6 months in advance. It works for me. I book mostly on Sundays, Monday, Tuesdays at the latest during the week. Tuesday, Wednesdays is when you get the bigger deals. All I can say is do your research and plan according to you and the person you're traveling with. Ways to figure out where you want to go is just Google top places to visit. That's honestly what I did. I looked into the, what's trending now on places to go, and that's what I went to. I have driven to places like Orlando. I always said, next time I'm going to fly. It's just too long of a drive for me. But some people like being on the open road and, seeing places on the way. It just depends on you. But there are thrifty ways to do it. Plan ahead, do your research, find your discounts, use your discounts. There's so many places that offer discount codes nowadays that you can almost find a discount for almost anything and anywhere. Driving, just be aware that gas varies from state to state, city to city, location to location. Buses and trains, they are still a thing, but that cuts out your travel time. Thrifty packing tips, a lot of things that you have in your household can be reused. Don't be afraid every time you go to the store, check those clearance areas. I'm a big person on every time I go to any store, I am checking clearance areas to see, what could I add to my travel essentials, I guess you could say. Anybody who's watched my videos, you've seen these shoes maybe a million times. That's because I'm so excited to use these bad boys. They're my new shower shoes because I'm a germaphobe. I don't care how clean the hotel is. I don't care how clean the Airbnb is or your family friend's house. I do not trust putting my bare feet on things. No. So I found these at a 5 or below store in my area. Got them for half price. Even though the lady at the register tried to charge me $5, I said no, they were on clearance. And she gave me my discount. So, hey. Another thing, everyone's always saying, oh, you have to buy this for your suitcase, you have to buy extra locks. I found this on a Thrifty app called 5 Mile. This lady was selling this for $6 at Walmart. They're $12. Either way, it's cheaper than buying a lock for my suitcase when I can sit there and put all my valuables in this box. Either I can carry it in my backpack with me, even if someone tries to mug me, knock on wood, they need a key to get in. Or you can hide it in your hotel, hide it in your Airbnb, and have the key with you while you travel, while you explore the city or whatever. Another thing is, this used to be my lemonade mix container. I plan on using this for my protein shake mix. So instead of taking the whole container and taking more than I need, all I have to do is count how many I need for the days I'm going to be there, include the scooper that's in there, and there you go. The big thrifty way on saving space is packing cubes, packing cubes, packing cubes. But I don't think anybody needs to spend, honestly, over $10 for a pack of packing cubes. I know they're awesome, and we love the cute little labels, but a thrifty way to do it is to simply get the $10 ones and work with those. And then the best way to keep them intact is to not overstuff them. Way to not overstuff them is, guess what? The way you fold your clothes. Whenever I pack a trip, which I'm not showing here, I usually iron and starch, with organic starch I might add, or I starch the mess out of my clothes. I iron them, starch, iron them, starch, iron them, starch. And then I basically fold them like so. A little bit neater than this. I am tired when I was recording this. But I fold them and then I roll my clothes. And then guess what? Once they're all rolled up, I add more starch and I add bug spray, because I believe in soaking my clothes in bug spray. And so far, guess what? It has worked. I have traveled to 2 places near water and I have not gotten any mosquito bites, which I hate mosquito bites. But that's what I do. But anyways, I nearly iron all my clothes. I bug spray them, starch them, and then I spray some little fabric softener in them to give them a nice good smell. I fold all of my clothes in a rolling type method, even the clothes I sleep in. Of course, the clothes I sleep in, I do not put, starch and bug spray in them. But I do add a little bit of fabric softener spray, just to keep them fresh. And I roll them, socks, undies, everything. I roll them because it does save space. And then I put them in a lovely rolling suction type of vacuum seal bag. I like these bags because instead of having to have a vacuum, you can just roll the bag with your clothes in or fold them. I usually, after I roll all my clothes and starch them and all that fun stuff, I put them in my bag like so. I seal them, like super seal the little Ziploc part. But I try to separate them as well. According to Packing Cube, I still do them according to Packing Cube. I put all my sleep clothes together, put all my undies together, and I seal it. And then I fold it in half. And then I usually sit on it. I was not going to sit on it for this video. But in this video, you're going to see me folding it in half and pressing it down real good. But usually I sit on it to get all the air out because, when you put your weight on it, you get all of the air out, which makes it much smaller, more compact, and thinner. And then I put it in my packing cube because packing cubes more keep it organized. The little Ziploc bag saves you space. And I love these because they're reusable. So even after I open it, I can literally fold it again, suck all the air out. Fold it again, suck all the air out. Instead of having to do all this special stuff. And I love it because it knocks it down half the size. So that way, if I were to take a trip where I feel like I need a lot of clothes, I haven't taken a trip yet where I've needed a lot of clothes, but it saves so much space. I only have I think I have 3. I only have 3 of them, and they're really big. So realistically it works. You can put all of your sleep clothes in one, put all of your actual your exploration clothes in them, and then you can put all your dress up clothes in one, seal it, and with the starch and everything, it will not get wrinkled. I've done it. All you have to do when you get to your location, take it out, flap it out, bam. Here's another version of the rolling and tuck technique where you fit so much in little spaces. Another thing that I've seen people do, I've done it kind of really before, where when they pack, they put things inside of things. I really don't like that because I feel like things can still spill. But you can use shower caps for your shoes. I've done this one. I have a packing cube for my shoes now. But another one is the old school, get a shower cap, put shoes in it, it keeps your clothes clean and everything like that. You can use your little pill packs For your hair ties or earrings, I've done that one. For your jewelry per day, you can reuse things that you may usually throw away to, use it for other things for your travel trip. You don't always have to go out and buy special things from Amazon or Target. Again, I hope this helps. Subscribe.